The magical gates slowly opened, before Mahdi glowing with a radiant blue light that felt strangely familiar. Like something from his dreams, a strange warmth surrounded him as he heard the echo of his footsteps crossing the threshold. He had no idea what awaited him, but he knew there was no turning back. As he stepped inside, gravity seemed to vanish. It felt like the earth itself no longer existed. When he opened his eyes, he found himself in a place unlike anything he had ever seen. Trees floating in the sky, clouds drifting close to the ground, and the air filled with soft, unintelligible whispers. Everything was quiet, but not the kind of quiet that brings peace. Zagor appeared beside him, walking lightly as always, his tone sarcastic and smug, as if he already knew everything. "Welcome to Sijara," he said, "a land where no one leaves the way they entered." Mahdi turned to look at him, but said nothing. His eyes were fixed on the scene around him. He wanted to speak, to ask 1,000 questions, but the words simply wouldn't come. After walking for several minutes through twisted paths and impossible landscapes, Mahdi found himself standing before a tall being. It looked human, but it had 3 glowing eyes that stared into his very soul. His name was Sarim, and there was something about him that demanded silence. With a calm voice that filled the air, Sarim said, "Traveler, from the land of light, 3 paths lie ahead. The path of memory, where one faces their past. The path of light, where the truth is revealed. And the path of shadows, where you meet what you fear the most." Before Mahdi could respond, Zagor jumped in front of him, and for the first time, his voice carried fear. "Don't choose the path of shadows, Mahdi, please." But something was pulling Mahdi toward it. He couldn't explain why, but he felt that the shadows were calling him. He looked at Zagor, then at Sarim, and said quietly, "I will take the path of shadows." He didn't wait for a reply. He stepped forward with apparent confidence toward the dark corridor. As soon as his foot crossed the threshold, the entrance slammed shut behind him, and darkness filled the space. Everything began to fade. Colors, sounds, even his own sense of self. He felt like he was melting into the shadows, becoming part of the void. Then, from deep within, he heard a voice. Not human, but like wind that speaks. "At last, the one we have called has arrived."